Most people who try to make pine needle tea start by throwing a handful of green needles into a pot of water and putting it on a hard, rolling boil. They treat the evergreen needles exactly like soup stock, but aggressive heat damages the plant. Sustained boiling drives off the natural forest aroma and pulls out harsh, undesirable compounds that turn the liquid severely bitter. To extract the aromatic and antioxidant properties safely, you have to use a specific traditional method. Today, we will walk through the exact temperature controls and steeping techniques required to prepare this drink correctly. Pine needle tea is an aromatic infusion. It relies on extracting delicate volatile oils that respond better to gentle heat than a sustained boil. Before you heat any water, there is a mandatory first step. You must identify your tree with 100% certainty, using a reputable field guide or by checking with a local expert. This botanical comparison shows exactly why guessing is dangerous. While the pine needle cluster on the left is safe for tea, the plant on the right is a yew. It has similar green, needle-like leaves, but it is highly toxic. Once you have correctly identified a safe pine tree, you have to evaluate its environment. Do not harvest needles from roadsides, chemically treated lawns, or old commercial Christmas trees that may contain synthetic preservatives. The foundation of any natural remedy is verifying the safety and purity of your raw material. That process happens outside, long before the plant ever reaches your kitchen. Start your preparation by selecting fresh, healthy-looking green needles. Rinse them thoroughly under cold water to remove any environmental dust or debris. Next, place the clean needles on a cutting board and chop them into small pieces. You can also bruise them aggressively with a heavy tool. Look at this microscopic cross-section. It shows exactly what that chopping achieves. It exposes volatile compounds. Volatile simply means these chemicals evaporate easily. They hold the distinct forest aroma, and they must be exposed to the open surface to interact with the water. This mechanical preparation breaks the outer layers of the needle. Increasing the surface area allows the hot water to reach the aromatic compounds more efficiently once the heat is applied. Now we apply the heat, following a strict temperature rule. Bring your kettle to a complete boil, but then remove it entirely from the heat source. Let the water settle for a short moment before it ever touches the needles. Pouring actively boiling water directly onto the needles destroys heat-sensitive antioxidants. It also over-extracts the rigid plant fibers that ruin the flavor. Pour the slightly cooled water over your chopped needles and immediately cover the cup with a saucer. You must trap that steam inside. Leave the cup entirely undisturbed. Let the needles steep for 10 to 15 minutes. Controlling the water temperature prevents the breakdown of delicate compounds, and covering the cup keeps the essential aromatic oils from evaporating away. After the 15 minutes have passed, pour the liquid through a fine mesh strainer. Ensure you completely remove all the chopped plant material from your cup. Your resulting infusion should look lightly tinted and smell highly fragrant. It should not resemble the dark, muddy sludge of the boiling mistake many beginners make. The mistake of adding large handfuls of extra needles or steeping for hours. They assume a darker, bitter drink is a healthier drink. In traditional herbalism, a mild, carefully prepared dose is far superior to forcing a harsh, highly concentrated one. Start with a small amount and observe how your body responds. This image shows a harsh, snow-covered forest, reflecting the true historical purpose of this tea. In cold seasons, when fresh fruits and greens were buried under snow, evergreen needles were an accessible source of vitamin C. It was a tool for winter survival. Today, you often see pine needles hyped online as a magical medical cure for illness. But as these traditional apothecary tools demonstrate, practical herbalism is based on methodical preparation, not sensationalism. Pine needles offer antioxidants, but they are not a cure-all. Because herbal safety depends on the individual, pregnant or nursing women should avoid experimenting with pine needle tea. Anyone taking medications and anyone preparing herbs for children must consult a qualified healthcare professional first. The best approach to natural wellness requires accurate identification, clean harvesting, and precise preparation. If you value honest herbal education without the hype, subscribe to Herbal Home Remedies for more practical guides.